welcome to the channel. I hope you got your lesson face on because I'm about to try and teach you how I play the solo to Warrant's Down Boys. So stay tuned. Alright, so the solo to this sucker is a banger. It is a great solo, really wicked, great phrasing, super melodic, love this solo. But there's a weird thing about this solo. It's a little bit tricky trying to figure out who exactly wrote this thing. Initially, I thought it was probably, Eric Turner, because he seems to be playing it live all the time with Warrant, all the way up until the current day. But if you look at their music video, their other guitar player, Joey Allen, looks like he's playing it, which is a bit strange. I think that video came out in 87 or 88. I'm not entirely sure. So I did some snooping around, and it turns out in an interview with Eric Turner a few years ago, he admitted that there was a session player who came in and did a lot of work on the solos. It was probably this other guy, this studio musician who was brought in, Mike Slammer, or Slamer, depending on how you want to pronounce that. Anyway, I could be wrong. If you know who actually wrote this solo, please leave me a comment below. I'd really like to know because it's kind of eating away at my brain right now and slowly deteriorating my soul. Needless to say, it's starting to look a lot like this solo was written by that individual and not the two guys in the band. So, way to go, Mike. Great solo. Anyway, I digress. As we get into the solo, a few things you should keep in mind. My guitar here is tuned down half a step. On the recorded album version, you can definitely hear that they're tuned down a half step, so go ahead and make sure you do that before we get into the actual lesson. For the ease of teaching, I have also broken this down into sections. So let's go. All right, before we get into the full phrase, just going to mention there's two different ways to play this. I'm going to show you both ways. Here's the way that I play it first. All right, so the first section. First section is super cool. It's this wicked cool phrasing piece where it's kind of like that, which is great. So basically to play this, what I need you to do is locate yourself up here on the 19th fret on your high E string, and I want you to bend that sucker up a full step bend with some vibrato. So basically we're going to be bending that up to the 21 with vibrato like so. As you come down off that bend from the high E string, what you'll need to do next is pick the 19th, 18th, 17th, slide back here, pick the 15th, jump over onto the B string, pick the 17th on the B string, pick the 15th on the B string, shift back down here to the 12th on the B string, pick the 14th fret on the G string, pick the 12th fret on the G string, and then to finish it, or to finish this descending piece, grab the 15th fret on your B string and bend that up a full step, so you're going to be bending it up to the 17th, like that with a pinch harmonic on it. And then we're not done the phrase yet. One last piece. Jump back here all the way to the B string on the 8th fret. Pick that, might want to put a little bit of a pinch on it. And then right here, grab the E note, which is the 9th fret on your G string. And that's the whole phrase. All right, so all together that section looks like this. Okay, so the second way you can play this, it's pretty much the same starting. So grab the E string, bend that up a full step to the 21 again with lots of vibrato. Then as you come down, pick the 19 again, 18, 17. Jump back down here to the 15. Jump back down here again to the 12 on the E. Then pick the 15 on the B. Pick the 12 on the B. Pick the 14 on the G. And then pick the 12 on the G. And then finally, grab and bend the B string on the 15th fret, bend it up to a 17 with a pinch. And then end the phrase again the same way we just did with the that piece there, which would be the B string on the 8th fret and the G string on the 9th fret. You can put pinches on both, it sounds pretty good. Alternatively, if you don't like jumping back here to play those last two notes, what you could also do is play them up here if that's more convenient. For me, I find back here sounds a bit better, but if you want, yeah, you can just grab on the G string the 12 and then grab the on the D string the 14th, and that also works, the same notes. Simple, makes sense? Perfect. All right, so the second phrase is super cool. I really like this one, and actually I made a rapid lick out of this. I'll leave the link for that here somewhere in case you want to go check that out. Basically, it's kind of a blues lick, but it's played in a shred context, which is awesome, because I just love licks like this. So the second phrase is going to look something like this. Okay? All right, so what am I doing here? What I need you to do, jump down here on your B string to the 15th fret, bend it up a full step. And then what I need you to do is jump onto your high E string, pick the 12, come back to your B string, pick the 15th, pick the 12. Okay, so that's what we got so far. Good. Now as a cheeky little piece, grab the 14th fret on your E string, high E string, bend it up a half step, like so. Okay, and then pick on the E string 12. On the B string, pick 15, then pick 12. All right, so all together, here's what we got. Like so. All right, then the last little thing you do here to cap off this lick is grab the 15th fret high E string and bend it up slowly to the A. Good. All right, so all together, that should look like this. Good. All right, so here's the next section. This section is basically just this. So on the high E string, what I'm going to want you to do is grab the 17th fret and do 2 bends on that up to the 19th, so full step bends, like so. Then come back down and play the 15th fret, and then play the 17th fret again, and then come back and play the 15th fret. So here's what we got so far up to that point. With me? Good. All right, now this is where we deviate. You're going to jump onto the B string and play the 17th fret once. Then come down onto your G string and play the 16th, like so. Now this part here is a cheeky little descending chromatic piece, which sounds great. What you're going to do after you play that 16 on the G is jump up here to the 17 on the B string, play that one time, play the 16th fret once. Then you're going to finish this off on the 15th fret of the B string with some vibrato. So all together it'll look like this. So the next section looks something like this. All right, so what am I playing here? So to start this phrase, on the high E string, grab the 19th fret, bend it up a full step and release. And as you get down to the bottom of that bend, position shift back here on the E string to the 15th fret and play that once. Then play the 12th fret on the E string once. Then get on your bar and do a slow dive, like so. And that's the first bit. So this is what it sounds like all together. Like that. Perfect. So for the next bit of the phrase, I'm going to need you to jump on the B string all the way up here to the 17th fret, and you're going to be bending this up a step and a half. So we're going to be targeting that note there. Like so. Just like that. So once you've played that note and bent up to there, jump all the way back here to the 12th fret on the high E string, pick that once, hammer on and pull off to 15. Like so. Pick the B string on the 15th fret, pull off to 12. Pick the G string on the 14th fret and pull off to 12. But we're not done yet. Once you pull off to 12, get on your bar and do some dips. So all together it'll look like this. All right, so the last section of the solo is going to look like this. Okay, so what am I playing here? First things first, we got these kind of cool double stops. So what you're going to be doing here for this section is play the B string 15th fret, E string 15th fret and play them together like so. Slide them up to 17. Once you get to 17, so you got this, play 17 3 times. And then slide back down to the 15th fret. So now once you've slid back down to the 15th fret here for both of these, keeping your finger on both of these two strings fretted together, play that 3 times again, then slide down to 12. So here's what we got so far. And we're not quite done yet. Yeah, you got it. What we need to do now is play that double stop again 3 times, and then slide down to the 10th. Like that. So this is what we've got to that point. All right, now comes that really awesome reverse dive bomb thing. Now this is kind of the thing you'd hear somebody like Dimebag Darrell play, but of course that was much later on. What I'm doing to do this is I'm dropping my bar all the way down like so my strings are pretty wacky. I'm grabbing this with my index finger, the G string, and I'm just kind of pulling it down, like flicking it. And as I flick it, I use my middle finger, and just like that, like so. What I'm doing is I'm catching on the, right over here, right on the 3rd fret, I'm just touching my finger over that string. Like that, and that's what's making the noise. That harmonic. So give that a try. This might take you a little while to get. It's a cheeky little technique, but once you get it, you're gonna love it. So up to that point so far, here's what we've got. All right, now we've gotten that far. Come all the way back up here on your E string to the 14th fret. Play 14, 15, 16. So a nice little chromatic piece. All right, so after you've played that chromatic run, come all the way up here to the 22nd fret and bend that up a full step to an E. And pick it twice. All right, so altogether that section looks like this. Lots of vibratos good here. All right, so now that we've learned all those sections, let's put them together and play through that solo together, slowly. Okay, so there you have it. That's how I play Down Boys by Warrant. Hope you found this tutorial useful. If you like the content, please make sure you like and subscribe. Yeah, it's a great solo. Really awesome phrasing. Just screams 80s hair metal. I quite enjoy this one. And that's it. That's all for now. So yeah, keep on shredding. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye for now. There.